Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy Tuesday. How are you doing wherever you are? And I hope that you are doing well. Always good to be back here with you on Story Time, and enjoying great books, enjoying great creations out there from amazing publishers, amazing authors, amazing illustrators. And of course, today we celebrate one that is coming, will be out soon. So you have the exclusive here on Story Time, and this one will be coming out on May 14th. And this one is called On a Summer Night, written by two friends of Storytime, Deborah Hopkinson and Kenard. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime today. I hope you enjoy this one. I hope that it is one that will be on the shelves of your library very soon, come May 14th. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. And yes, it is Earth Week this week, so we do get to enjoy a day out on some time out on a summer night. How is it in summer nights in your area, in your neighborhood? Do you get to go outside? Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. And yes, do look out for those great conversations that we've had with Deborah Hopkinson and Kenard here on Storytime. And it was for different books, but if you just search up Deborah Hopkinson, Kenard, you will be able to see those conversations and the amazing books that we read. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And remember too that Kenard did combined with Monica Wezolowska for the last book. So do check out that one as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you. And yes, it is Earth Week, and we continue to remind ourselves, as we mentioned yesterday, please set yourself an achievable goal. Just one goal. What are you going to do to help the environment? Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that you come up with one. And if not, yes, keep thinking. Visit earthday.org and for many ideas, and also see if any one of those ideas on there works for you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime today. Absolutely appreciate you as we celebrate, as we read this wonderful book on a summer night. Cannot wait to introduce you to it, and it is coming out from Chronicle Books. It is one of the very latest that will be coming out in their spring catalog, and it is officially out on May 14th, 2024. So keep an eye out for that one and ask for it at your local library. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate being here with you. Good morning to you, Kathy. How are you doing today out there in Kentucky? No frost this morning and warming up. Yes, yes, yes. I hope that you enjoy that warmer weather out there, and I hope that you enjoy your time out there in Kentucky. Ari, is it your birthday today? Well, happy birthday to you, bud. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. And if you're joining us later on for the recordings, well, Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the morning ingredients here on Storytime, of the story ingredients here on Storytime. We appreciate you. You make Storytime what it is. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Kathy, of course, Ari, sending you lots and lots of hugs on your birthday. And then, of course, a big thank you to you as well. Megan, thank you for joining in Storytime. I hope that you have a lovely day out there in Kentucky. Thank you for being here. And good morning to you. Good to see you here with us, Chrissy. How are you doing today? And out there in Vermont, thank you for joining in home for spring break. So happy to be here with you all. Well, so glad to have you here with us. Thankful for spring break. And we get to have you live with us on Storytime. Borden, how are you doing, bud? Good to see you here with us today live on Storytime. I hope that you've been able to join one or two Storytimes, of course, recordings before this one. Thank you for being here. Absolutely love it. Sending you lots and lots of hugs. Happy birthday to you, Ari, one more time out there in Kentucky. Thank you for joining us here on Storytime. Please get comfortable, get cozy, and get ready for this beautiful book being read on Storytime for the first time, and probably for the first time anywhere, coming to us from Chronicle Books of San Francisco on a summer night. Yes, this one coming to us from Deborah Hopkinson and Kenard. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And I hope you enjoy this one. It is a good one, a soothing book, I find it. And I hope that it does the same for you, or indeed, let us know how it lands with you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. We'll catch you on the other side of this very short break when we're back with more Storytime. Thank you for being here with us today.
Hello, I'm Olalu Ogunyemi, officer in the United States Marine Corps and author of Crow from the Shadow. You are tuned in with my brother on Storytime with Mr. Limata. Enjoy and God bless.
Thank you. Olaolu Ogunyemi, thank you so much. Yes, author of wonderful books. And if you've not checked them out, please see those conversations that we've had many fun times, many laughs when Olaolu comes to story time. And of course, his last book being Billy Dipper's Time to Shine. Fun book, funny book. I hope that you get to check it out on the Storytime platforms at storytimewithmrlimata.com. And of course, if you can't find it there, check it out on YouTube at Storytime with Mr. Limata, as well as Facebook at Storytime with Mr. Limata. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime, brand new to Storytime, coming to us from the spring catalog of Chronicle Books. A big thank you to them indeed for allowing us to share so many wonderful books here on Storytime on a summer night. It's not quite summer yet, but we're getting there. This one is written by Deborah Hopkinson and art by Kenard. Thank you so much for being here. As we continue to celebrate Earth Week here on Storytime, we'll get to look at all these amazing books that just help us see or take that moment to celebrate the beauty around us, to enjoy the beauty around us that this planet provides. Here we go. On a summer night. And if you have this book, I hope that the camera is doing it justice. It has this eggplant purple to it that I really like. On a Summer Night. Written by Deborah Hopkinson. And illustrations by Kenard. And read with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. And note that this book will be officially out on May 14th, 2024. On a summer night, the world is still. Even the crickets think it's still hot to sing. Yeah, remember those days? Yeah. On a summer night, the world is still. Even the crickets think it's still hot to sing. Makes me want to look for lemonade right now. All at once, you sit up straight and rub your eyes. It's too hot. On a summer night, the world is still. Even the crickets think it's too hot to sing. All at once, you sit up straight and rub your eyes. It's still hot. What has woken you? Yeah. What has woken you on a summer night? You pad softly to the kitchen, past the buzz of the whirring fans and the restless sighs of other sleepers. With no one to scold her, the nimble cat has claimed a spot on the cool wooden surface of the table. She's stretched out like a snake, her belly exposed to the air. Yeah. You sit up straight. You rub your eyes. What has woken you? You pad softly to the kitchen, past the buzz of whirring fans and the restless sighs of other sleepers. With no one to scold her, the nimble cat has claimed a spot on the cool wooden surface of the table. She's stretched out like a snake, her belly exposed to the air. Suddenly, she springs to her feet with a rasping meow. I think I'm getting better at my animal sounds. What do you think? Yesterday was the crows, and I think that was a pretty good meow. You should try it. Let's see how you do. Suddenly, she springs to her feet with a rasping meow. Who has woken her? Was it you? Yeah, she was laying there, sprawled out. Who has woken her? Was it you? As you padded along softly, you and the cat press your faces against the screen of the back door. Then you step out to the yard, where the dew tips blades of grass and slivers your toes. Cool grass. Cool air, hopefully, too. Yeah. Who has woken her? Was it you? You and the cat press your faces against the screen of the back door. Then you step out to the yard, where the dew tips blades of grass and slivers your toes. No, silvers your toes. Why do I keep saying slivers? No slivering, please. Silvers your toes. Across the alleyway, your neighbor's small white dog breaks into a storm of surprised barking. Yap, 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 yap. Oh, no. Does your neighbor have a small dog that barks? Do you have a small dog that barks? Across the alleyway, your neighbor's small white dog breaks into a storm of surprised barking. Who has woken him? Was it the cat? Was it you? Yeah. The neighbor's small white dog is awake and barking. Who has woken him? Was it the cat? Or was it you? The cat slinks into the shadows, but you stand in the garden patch. Yeah, arms wide as a scarecrow's, and bury your feet in the warm dirt. Ah. Yes, the dog barks. The cat slinks into the shadows, but you stand in the garden patch, arms wide as a scarecrow's, and bury your feet in the warm dirt. Ah. I want to do that too. A large brown rabbit peeks out at you from under the hedge. Her whiskers quiver, her eyes glow like jewels. Hi, rabbit. Yeah. A large brown rabbit peeks out at you from under the hedge. Her whiskers quiver, her eyes glow like pearl, like jewels. Could be pearls. Like jewels. Who has woken her? Who has woken the rabbit? Was it the dog? Was it the cat? Or was it you? Yes. Was it you, Borden? Who woke up the cat? Who woke up the rabbit? You stretch your head back until you can see the top of the cherry tree. A moment later, its leaves start to sway, rustling like a silken gown. Whoa. Yeah. On a summer night, the world is still, or is it? You stretch your head back until you can see the top of the cherry tree. A moment later, its leaves start to sway, rustling like a silken gown. Who has woken the tree? Was it the rabbit? Was it the dog? Was it the cat? Was it you? Who has woken the tree? Was it the rabbit? Was it the dog? Was it the cat? Was it you? Now a sweet ribbon of breath curls around you too. It whispers against your cheek and lifts strands of hair still damp from sleep. Ah, a breeze, finally. Yes, now a sweet ribbon of breath curls around you too. It whispers against your cheek and lifts strands of hair still damp from sleep. Yeah. Oh. Who has woken the air? Was it the tree? Was it the rabbit? Was it the dog? Was it the cat? Or was it you? Who has woken the air? What do you think? Yeah. Far above the treetop, a lone cloud meanders in the star-sprinkled sky, swaying this way, rolling that way. Who has woken the cloud? Yeah. Far above the treetop, a lone cloud meanders in the star-sprinkled sky, swaying this way, rolling that way. Who has woken the cloud? Was it you? Was it the dog? Was it the cat? Was it the wind? Was it the rabbit? Who was it? Was it the air? Was it the tree? Was it the rabbit? Was it the dog? Was it the cat? Or was it you? Who has woken the cloud? Yeah. You breathe in the night, slow and quiet, and then here it is. Now the cloud settles, the air rests, the tree limbs grow still, the rabbit disappears into the shadows, and the nails of the small white dog tap a soft click, 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 click across the wooden porch. He curls in his bed with a sigh. Yeah. On a summer night, the world is still. The cat reaches up and you lift her. She tacks herself under your chin with a rumbly purr. Bright, bright, the light crosses the table, climbs the stairs. Yeah. Yeah, smooths the sheets on your bed. Mysterious, golden, and round. What could it be? Who is it? Yeah, this light. Who is it? Bright, bright, the light crosses the table, climbs the stairs, smooths the sheets on your bed. Mysterious, golden, and round. What could it be? Who could it be? But who has woken the moon? Oh my goodness. I happened to look up, last night, and the moon just looked so beautiful too. Yeah, so if you're out, the moon is out in your area. I hope you get to see it tonight. But who has woken the moon? Who did that? Yeah. Who has woken the moon? Looking glorious up in that summer night sky. And that is the end of our story. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. I hope you enjoyed that beautiful story, read for the first time here on Storytime on a summer night. This one coming to us from Deborah, Hopkinson, and Kenard Pack. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful book. It will be officially out on May 14th, and it is coming to us from Chronicle Books of San Francisco. A big, big thank you to them, as always, for allowing us to share so many wonderful books and giving us exclusives as well. So you got to read this one here for the first time. Ask for it at your local library. Yes, pre-order or indeed put in that request at your local library so you can have it when it is out. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Please catch me on the other side of this short break.
Hi, my name's Christine Mitchell-Adams. I'm a mama and an artist, and I believe that books are a great way for children to have access to the arts on an everyday basis, which is why I believe that programs like Storytime with Mr. Limata are so important.
Thank you so much, Chrissy Mitchell Adams out there in Vermont. Thank you for being here with us today. And yes, a wonderful artist, I must say to that. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Absolutely appreciate you. Borden, good to see you here. Please enjoy your spring break. And thank you for making Storytime a part of that spring break. Thank you indeed for being here with us this morning. Thank you for joining us, Kathy. How are you doing today? One more time out there in Kentucky. Thank you for being here. And of course, you're saying it is no frost this morning out there. It is warming out in Kentucky. Thank you for being here. Ari, happy birthday to you, bud. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. I hope that you have a lovely, lovely day indeed. And of course, good morning to you, Megan, as well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Remember, if you cannot catch Storytime live, you can always catch Storytime at a time that works best for you. Yes, at a time most convenient to your schedule. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Catch us at storytimewithmisslimata.com. Chrissy, thank you for being here. Good to see you here live with us on Storytime. And of course, Borden, thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And yes, we are happy you are here with us. Thank you for being a part of the morning ingredients here on Storytime, the ingredients that make Storytime special. It is you, the books, the stories that we get to share, everybody that joins in here that makes this place special. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Absolutely appreciate you, Chrissy. And of course, Borden, enjoy the break. Thank you so much for being here one more time, Kathy. And you say, love the story and the pictures. Isn't it a relaxing story? I love just how calming it is. And I can imagine reading this one for a nighttime story, a bedtime story. Absolutely love it. Thank you so much for being here with us. I hope that you get to enjoy it. I hope that you get to have that one as part of your shelf. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. I do have a funny story though, that I heard about traffic, and because a friend was also stuck in that traffic, but right near here, and it may happen in your area, but it's just such a I feel like an irregular occurrence here that it made me laugh, and I was thinking about it when I woke up this morning. But there were cows that strayed onto the freeway, and apparently quite a few. So, but that made me laugh. But they were okay. They were shepherded off back onto the grassy areas and where they belong. But just that image of cows stopping traffic and being there just made me laugh, especially for such an urban center like here, Auckland, Berkeley, Arinda. Yeah, just made me laugh. But I thought I should share that with you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. To all those that were stuck in that traffic and affected, I am sorry, but I still kind of find it funny, the situation. But hopefully you were able to get to where you were going in time. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Please remember, this is Earth Week, and we continue to remind ourselves, please set yourself an attainable goal, a reachable goal, just one thing. What is it that you're going to try to make sure that you take care of this environment? I know there are many things that you're doing, right? What is that one thing that you're going to be deliberate about? One thing that you're going to be doing? I know I'm setting myself one as well, and what is it that you're going to be doing? And I think I always have my water bottle with me, but I definitely want to be using it more, and because sometimes I find myself using a plastic water bottle and want to stop doing that. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. What is your goal? What is one thing that you're setting for yourself to do for 2024? Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. We did have a fantastic book that is not even out yet, officially coming out on May 14th, 2024 from Chronicle Books, and it was from their spring catalog. A beautiful one indeed coming to us today from friends of Storytime, Deborah, Hopkinson, and of course Kenard. Thank you so much for joining in on a summer night. Thank you so much for being here with us, friends. Absolutely appreciate you. Please have yourselves a wonderful day. This has been Storytime on this Tuesday morning. This has been Storytime, second book of this week. We're back again tomorrow, and we stick to the theme of Earth. Yes, happy Earth Week to everybody. Tomorrow we are back, bringing back this classic from Sophie Blacko, and it is If You Come to Earth. Yes, if somebody else were to come to the earth that has not been, what is the one thing you would want to show them? What is the one thing you would want want to tell them. Join us tomorrow and see if this book is aligned to what you are thinking. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Absolutely appreciate you. We'll catch you again tomorrow when we're back. If you come to earth. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Please ask for this book at your local library. Ask for it where you find books. Much love from me. Great to see all you familiar faces out back with us live. Bowden, happy that you're back. Ari, happy birthday. Have a good one, bud. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Much love from me. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh. Story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be